The ceremony will begin in 2 minutes. Please take your seats and silence your cell phones. For your comfort, restrooms are available inside the Alumni Hall. That's to my right, your left. And before we begin, I need to bring to your attention the fact that Gainesville High School is celebrating their own commencement tonight, just down the road from us. And they will be punctuating their event with fireworks. Should you hear fireworks during our ceremony, please be assured that the castle is not under attack, and any disruption is expected to be brief. Thank you.
Should I pan onto the scissors?
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Good evening, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees, the Board of Visitors, the Alumni Council, the staff and faculty, and most importantly, the class of 2025, welcome to Silver Taps. We extend a special welcome to parents, grandparents, relatives, friends of the graduating class, alumni, and special friends of the Academy, including our commencement speaker, Dr. Henry L. Roediger, Riverside class of 1965, and his family, and members of the class of 1965 who have returned to campus in support of their classmate. Silver Taps is the traditional, dignified pre-commencement ceremony where we pay tribute to the teachers, administrators, and alumni of years past, acknowledge select achievements of our cadets, and set the stage for the long-awaited commencement. Our Memorial Plaza to your right is honored ground. Surrounding the national colors, it bears the names of hundreds of alumni and faculty and staff, past and present, some of whom who have done great things, and others who are destined to do great things. Many are the names of those alumni who fell in combat during our nation's wars. The cannons there symbolically defend our castle and are emblematic of a traditional military academy that through structure and regimentation has produced leaders and men of substance for 118 years. With that as a backdrop, please stand as the Riverside Military Academy Band performs the national anthem and remain standing for the invocation, which will be given by Riverside's chaplain, the Reverend Dr. Jim Howe.
Let us pray. Gracious and merciful God, as we gather this evening, we come with hearts full of remembrance and gratitude. We thank you for the lives of those we honor and cherish in this memorial service. May we find solace in their memories and be comforted by your presence. We gather to remember how their lives have touched us profoundly, and we thank you for the lessons they taught us. May we continue their work and live in ways that honor their memory. Let us remember the joy they brought to our lives and the impact they had on others. Grant us the wisdom to cherish their legacies and carry their love in our hearts. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Please be seated. As we turn our attention to the awards portion of this evening's ceremony, I invite Academic Dean, Master Chief Steve Hadaway to make the first presentation.
It's fitting that our first presentation is a scholarship given each year in memory of an alumnus. Alumnus Alan Ayers did not receive his Riverside diploma, but would have been part of the class of 1964. Despite not receiving his diploma, Alan Ayers viewed Riverside as the lucky break he needed as a teenager and often claimed that Riverside had saved him. Using the values and lessons instilled in him as a Riverside cadet, Mr. Ayers founded Ice Cold Air, an air conditioning service in Tampa, Florida. Mr. Ayers went on to franchise his business and was known to seek out franchise owners whom he knew had the necessary people and business skills to succeed, but needed their own lucky break in order to get started. The Ayers family has endowed an annual scholarship award to be presented to a cadet that has been deemed worthy of support and a lucky break. This year's recipient is a rising senior from Suwanee, Georgia. He is recognized for his unwavering determination, strong sense of discipline, and commitment to the military values that define life at Riverside. In the classroom, this cadet demonstrates a depth of thought rarely seen in someone his age. He approaches his studies with respect for both his instructors and the learning process. With a blend of wit and humility, he brings creative, outside-the-box thinking to challenges, all while maintaining a composed presence that reflects a quiet but firm dedication to excellence. His compassion for his fellow cadets is evident in the way he consistently puts others before himself. Faculty, staff, TACs, and mentors are eager to see how he finishes his journey as a senior leader. We all look forward to celebrating his achievements and have every confidence that great things lie ahead. Please join me in congratulating this year's recipient of the Alan Ayers Scholarship, Michael Ome. Cadet Ome, please join me on stage to receive your award. The next award is the Cervantes Scholarship for the Arts. The Cervantes Scholarships for the Arts is presented through the generosity of Mr. and Mrs. Carlos Cervantes. Mr. Cervantes graduated from Riverside in 1959 and went on to Georgia Tech, where he earned bachelor's and master's degrees, leading to a distinguished career in international business with Arthur Anderson Worldwide. He came from a theatrical family and has been a lifelong patron of the arts. Not surprisingly, he has chosen to support and encourage Riverside cadets who demonstrate exceptional artistry. We are pleased today to present one deserving cadet with a scholarship in the amount of $5,000 in recognition of extraordinary talent in the arts. The recipient has been a member of the Riverside Military Academy Band for 3 years. In that time, he worked hard to improve as a musician on multiple instruments. He has continually demonstrated maturity and enthusiasm. Additionally, he is a mentor to other cadets, always assisting them with getting each performance ready. Please congratulate Cadet Chris Olmstead. The Jerry Blackstock Award. The Jerry Blackstock Scholarship of Honor is dedicated to the memory of Mr. Jerry Blackstock, class of 1962, who distinguished himself as a servant leader both at Riverside and in a brilliant legal career. The late Mr. Blackstock served as chairman of the Riverside Board of Trustees from December 2002 until April 2006. The scholarship is presented annually to an outstanding cadet for having earned the respect and admiration of both cadets and faculty for leadership, academics, athletics, and a positive attitude. The very same qualities that the Academy instilled in Jerry Blackstock more than 60 years ago. This year's winner, as a member of the battalion staff, has been a great ambassador for Riverside at open house events and off-campus ceremonies. He is a scholar athlete with a GPA of 4.06, while also representing Riverside in baseball and track, as well as the national level as a key member of the Raider team. He was also a member of the state champion drill team and participated in many off-campus color guard ceremonies. He represented Riverside at the GIAA Student Leadership Conference this past school year. He is known for his mentorship skills and task-oriented leadership. Please congratulate Alpha Company Commander Cadet Captain Jack Cavallari. At this time, I invite the Commandant of Cadets, Lieutenant Colonel Jonathan Pooley, to assist with the presentation of the next awards.
Our next award is for Outstanding International Cadet. It is presented tonight by the Chairman of the Riverside Military Academy Board of Trustees, Mr. Jet Campbell, Riverside Class of 1965. This year, there have been two standout international candidates, and it has been impossible to separate due to their contributions to the Academy, and therefore we have decided to make this a dual award this year. Our first awardee has been at the Academy for 2 years, and in that time he has quickly risen through the ranks based on his meritorious performance and conduct. As well as his battalion staff role, he has also been an outstanding leader and mentor as a company key leader. In the classroom, he is a conscientious student, this year with a consistent GPA of 4, and he has represented the Academy in varsity football, wrestling, basketball and soccer. He is an active member of our National Honour Society, Horton Society and International Student Advisory Committee, serving selflessly both the Academy and the wider community. Hailing from Ibadan, Nigeria, Captain Farouk Abagje. Our next awardee is also an active member of the International Student Advisory Committee, who has been keen to promote the benefits of our diverse cultural cadet demographic and taken a personal interest in assisting international cadets to become fully fledged cadets in the Corps and Brothers in Blue. He has also served the Academy and wider Gainesville community through his dedicated involvement with the Horton Society. He is a conscientious student with a GPA of 3.6. and an athlete, representing Riverside at state level with soccer and national level with Raiders. In his key company leadership role, he has also earned a reputation for diligence, integrity, and service to others. He has been a prime mover in transforming his company this year, and to see his hard work and dedication rewarded with honor company status. Hailing from Merida, Mexico, Cadet Captain Abraham Safar. I now hand over to the Dean.
The John Philip Sousa Award is presented by our Director of Bands, Chief Warrant Officer 3, Andy David. It is the highest award for bandists given in recognition of outstanding achievement and interest in instrumental music for superior musicianship, dependability, loyalty, and cooperation, and for those high qualities of self-discipline that school instrumental music requires. This year's recipient has been a member of the Riverside Military Academy Band program for many years. He has performed and represented Riverside with distinction in performances on and off campus. During this time, he has performed at a high level and continually developed his skills as a musician and cadet leader. This year's John Philip Sousa Award goes to Cadet Sergeant Major Anthony Piedmont. For the next awards, I'll be followed by our Director of Alumni Engagement and Athletic Director, Mr. Brian Bayes, Riverside Class of 2007.
Good evening. The Ian Daniel Bolesky Scholarship Award is presented through the generosity of Miss Lynn Stanley and Miss Rosemary Green Huffman in loving memory of their son and grandson, Ian Bolesky, who passed away May 2021. Ian Bolesky graduated from Riverside in '03. He was a well-rounded cadet participating in high levels of all aspects of the cadet life as an athlete, servant leader, and a scholar. Ian dominated in the wrestling and was recognized as most athletic in his senior superlative from the class of 2003. He led his peers as Charlie Company commander and set the example in the National Honor Society with a focus on service and character. His mother and grandmother have chosen to create a legacy honoring Ian's memory in a way that supports and encourages Riverside cadets, who is a top athlete, has completed his junior year with fewer than 20 demerits, and is top 25 of his class. We are pleased tonight to present the deserving scholar athlete with a scholarship in the amount of $5,000 in recognition of extraordinary athletics, scholarship, and conduct. This recipient has attended Riverside for 3 years, made an incredible debut as a first-time wrestler, and entered the sport with razor-sharp focus, which secured him a varsity position at the 165-pound weight division. He earned 4th place in the annual Eagle Invitational and was a major competitor in the wrestling program. A member of National Honor Society, he was recognized as the best performing JRTC Let 3 cadet and was a recipient of the Georgia Certificate of Merit from the University of Georgia in recognition of his outstanding achievement. Recognized by the faculty this semester with Aeronautic Engineering and AP US History Award, he exemplifies the leader's first sergeant of the Bravo Company and exemplifies the values and standards of the Academy with integrity, with only 3 demerits the entire year. As y'all know, that's pretty difficult. Please congratulate Cadet Brian Pham. We will now present the award that's long been prized within the Corps cadets for their athletics. The Earl Biso Coaches Award is presented in order to recognize an outstanding team player. The cadet shows leadership, dedication, and spirit both in sports and in school, displays sportsmanship on and off the field, shows respect for referees, coaches, and his teammates, is a positive example for his teammates, and has earned a varsity letter in 2 or more sports. This year's recipient is a 4-year cadet and is the company commander of Bravo. He has lettered numerous times in Raiders, wrestling, and soccer. He was a 2-year soccer captain, 2-time All-Region, All-State honoree this year. This cadet also carries a proud Riverside legacy following the footsteps of his father, class of '96, and his uncle, class of '87. He will attend Anahuac Mérida University in Mexico this fall. And this year's recipient of the Earl Biso Coaches Award is Cadet Captain Abby Safar. Richard Nichols Best Athlete Award. This year's Richard Nichols Award is presented to the cadet who's made the greatest contributions to Riverside's athletics in terms of performance and leadership, has lettered in 2 or more sports, and is considered the best athlete of the academy. Coach Nichols attended his first Riverside commencement in '63 and every subsequent commencement until his passing in 2023. There are still some among us today who had the privilege to benefit from his mentorship, and we feel his absence from this important ceremony tonight. This year's recipient is a senior who was lettered in cross country, 3 years in Raiders, achieving 2nd place in the nation as the ultimate Raider. 2-year letterman of soccer, 4 years in wrestling, which was also the team captain for 2 of those years, 3-time state qualifier. He was a 2-time letterman in track and field, where he was GIAA's High Point Award winner, winning the 3,200 meter, 1,600 meter, 800 meter, and a 4x800 meter. A state medalist in the 800 meter, and his team took 2nd place this year in the mile relay with a time of 3 minutes and 26 seconds. This cadet was the company commander of India Company 1st semester and was promoted to Inspector General of the Corps his 2nd semester. He will attend Emory University in the fall. Cadet also shares a proud Riverside legacy through his father, class of '79. His dedication to Riverside sports is a model for others cadets to follow. The 2025 Richard Nichols Best Athlete Award goes to Captain Homero Cuellar. I will now be followed by our Senior Army Instructor, First Sergeant Greg Anderson.
Riverside Military Academy's Service Academy Preparation Program is designed to challenge and prepare cadets who wish to attend one of the 5 federal service academies or who intend to pursue a career as a military officer through an ROTC scholarship. Riverside has many alumni currently attending U.S. service academies and numerous other alumni pursuing college degrees on ROTC scholarships. Tonight, we are pleased to add to those numbers, and we will begin with the presentation of 2 4-year Army ROTC scholarships. It's my pleasure to invite Mr. Greg Killeen to join me on stage at this time to assist with these presentations. Mr. Killeen is the Army ROTC Scholarship Officer at the University of North Georgia. Mr. Killeen, if you please.
Good evening. I am Greg Killeen. I'm the Recruiting Operations Officer and the ROTC Scholarship Manager at the University of North Georgia's Army ROTC program, right up there in Dahlonega. It's my honor tonight to be here to present a couple Army ROTC scholarships to 2 outstanding young men. These scholarships will not only go a long way toward helping them pay for college, but they're going to lead to a commission as an Army officer. after they graduate from college, where they'll lead American sons and daughters with honor. I'd like to present the first scholarship, an Army ROTC 4-year scholarship, to be used at Auburn, to Caleb Baker. I'd also like to present a 4-year U.S. Army Reserve Minuteman Scholarship to be used at the Citadel to Andrew Bourgeois.
Thank you, Mr. Killeen. I would now like to recognize a deserving cadet with another prominent military scholarship. I'd like to present a 4-year Navy ROTC scholarship to be used at the Virginia Technology Institute to Anthony Piedmont.
That university is better known as Virginia Tech.
I had planned to recognize one more cadet tonight with an appointment to the Service Academy Prep program at the Georgia Military College, but I won't be doing that because this cadet received a phone call from West Point on Wednesday afternoon notifying him that his appointment to the Prep program had been upgraded to a full direct admission to the West Point class of 2029. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored and privileged to be with you this evening as a representative of the U.S. Army and the U.S. Military Academy at West Point, New York. The mission of the Military Academy is to educate, train, and inspire the Corps of Cadets so that each graduate is a commissioned leader of character committed to the values of duty, honor, country, and prepared for a career of professional excellence and service to the nation as an officer in the United States Army. For over 200 years, West Point has served the nation by shaping members of the Long Gray Line to reflect the Military Academy's mission and motto of duty, honor, country. Indeed, at West Point, much of the history they teach was made by those they taught. History is replete with examples of exemplary military leadership produced by West Point, including generals such as Grant, Lee, Patton, Bradley, Eisenhower, and MacArthur. West Point graduate accomplishments and service to the nation are not only recognized on the battlefield, but also in public and private sectors, as demonstrated by the number of presidents, members of Congress, Fortune 500 CEOs, and community leaders who served and continue to serve with professional excellence. But as recent world events should remind us, freedom is not free. The young men and women who choose and are chosen to attend West Point will receive, along with their diplomas at graduation, a commission as an officer in the U.S. Army, with a commitment to serve a minimum of 5 years on active military duty, helping defend our nation and our way of life. Many West Point graduates will go on to a career in uniform, some rising to the highest levels of national, military, and public service. Each year, approximately 15,000 young men and women across the United States and in several allied countries compete for an appointment to West Point's new entering class. An appointment to West Point has been calculated as the financial equivalent of a full 4-year scholarship to the nation's premier leading trading institution and of higher learning, valued at $240,000. From among the young men and women who enter West Point each June will come great officers to help meet the military challenges which our nation will face in the future. This year, one of Riverside Military Academy's graduating seniors has successfully secured and accepted an appointment to West Point. Will Cadet Gio Tomazzini stand and come forward? Cadet Tomazzini is an outstanding student who has demonstrated academic competence, leadership potential, and athletic ability. In doing so, he has demonstrated a fine potential for future service to our nation and to its citizens. West Point's education and military training programs will give him the opportunity to more fully develop that potential. On behalf of the President of the United States, the Secretary of the Army, the Superintendent of the Military Academy, and the Commandant of Cadets, it gives me great pleasure to announce the appointment and admission of Gio Tomazzini to the United States Military Academy at West Point. Congratulations and best wishes. Let's give one more round of applause for Cadet Tomazzini and all of our ROTC scholarship recipients. Thank you, Dean Hadaway. For our next award, we'll be presenting the Medal for the Salutatorian. We're pleased to recognize superior academic achievement this evening. Many seniors have already received academic awards, but tonight we recognize those cadets who rank at the very top of the class of 2025. Our class rank is determined by overall grade point average and by the rigor of the courses taken by the cadets. Our salutatorian has worked hard and achieved much. From the moment he arrived at Riverside, he has challenged himself with a rigorous course load, which has included advanced placement courses in psychology, calculus, physics, and English language and composition. He also completed dual enrollment courses in college algebra, pre-calculus, Spanish 1, and Spanish 2, as well as English composition. He's been an integral part of our wrestling, track and field, and Raider teams. He finishes with a weighted GPA of 4.37. This year's salutatorian is Cadet Homero Cuellar.
We are pleased. Oh, no, that's not me. Sorry. Good evening, faculty, parents, friends, and the class of 2025. Riverside has taught me many things, that maybe I'm not the smartest in the room or that I wouldn't be the best physicist, but it has also taught me that mistakes make you stronger, especially with all the push-ups you do here. We went from someone who couldn't even tie a tie to being here for the last time. But in all seriousness, tomorrow isn't about throwing our covers in the air and forgetting everything we've done. It's about reflecting on the years we spent here, the years that tested us, pushed us, and sometimes made us question our life choices at 7 a.m. when the bugle sounded. It is also that the people we met, the lessons we learned in those moments that somehow brought us closer. High school at military boarding school is something else. You learn how to march before how to drive, where your friends become your brothers in blue. We shared many things, early mornings, endless drills, and having to turn in our phones at night. But for all the push-ups and inspections, we learned how to handle pressure. We learned that true leadership isn't about barking orders. It's about showing up every day, even when you're exhausted, even when everything is going wrong. But that's why we learned to lean on each other, pick each other up, and find a reason to laugh when things got tough. So, as we stand here today, let's not forget the lessons buried in those early mornings, long nights. Let's not forget the friends who kept us sane, the mentors who kept us focused, and the memories we've made. Congratulations to the class of 2025. We've made it, we survived the drills, the chaos, the great haircuts, and now as we step off this stage, let's carry the same grit, humor, friendships with us. If we can handle everything we did here, the early mornings, long nights, and endless drills, we can handle whatever comes next. Thank you, and good luck to the class of 2025.
The valedictorian stands at the top of the academic hill with a keen intellect and relentless work ethic. He embodies academic excellence. With an overall GPA of 4.58, he has taken a challenging course load that includes advanced placement classes in calculus, English language, physics, and psychology. He has also taken dual enrollment classes in college algebra, pre-calculus, and technical report writing. During his years at Riverside, our valedictorian has demonstrated determination and focus. Not only does he perform at the highest levels academically, he is an outstanding athlete competing in Raiders, as well as being a member of the state champion 4x100 meter relay team. As a junior, he was the Cadet Command Sergeant Major, and he is this year's battalion commander. Please welcome the 2025 valedictorian, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Caleb Baker.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to start by thanking some people who had a profound impact on me as I set forward to accomplish my goals. First of all, my parents, who continually made sure I was staying on track and always supporting me. Next, the faculty and staff, who provided me constant direction and guidance as I went to them with questions and concerns, or when they went to me with stuff that I did wrong. Then, of course, my brothers in blue, who spent many late nights studying with me as we all pushed each other towards success. And finally, God, for giving me the strength and wisdom to continue down this path. When I arrived at Riverside in 7th grade, I told my parents that I would be the valedictorian. Of course, they laughed it off because many 7th graders say that. However, they knew that I was goal-oriented and that I would push myself as hard as I could to accomplish the task I set before me. Everyone sets goals for themselves in one form or another, whether it be big, long-term goals or short goals that just get you through the day. However, not many people are willing to do what it takes to accomplish them. Along the journey, there will always be hardships and strife. Things will not always go your way. You may get a class with a teacher you're scared of. You may fail a test and think your academic career is over. But just like the old adage says, it's not about how many times you fall, but rather how many times you get back up and keep pushing through. One of the key factors that separates men from boys, and something that we all learn here at Riverside, is perseverance. No matter how daunting the task seems, the reward is always greater than the challenge. Even if it isn't a tangible reward that carries worldly value with it, it's something that you accomplish and something you can carry with you and be proud of. To accomplish your goals and become the man you want to be, you have to block out the noise. As you continue towards success, others will inevitably try to pull you down. But you have to keep going. My biggest regrets in life are not the times I failed. Failure is natural. It's a learning experience, so you can be better next time. Rather, my biggest regrets are from the times when I gave up on a goal because I was too intimidated. From my conversations with the faculty and staff here, I learned that the most missed opportunities can pile up over time until you find yourself in a completely different situation than you hoped for, and possibly even as a different person than the one you hoped to become. Every time you give up on your goals, it's a missed opportunity to become better. Every person in this audience possesses the capability to achieve your goals regardless of what anyone says and how grand or far-fetched they are. You can pave your own path through dedication, hard work, perseverance. I say this specifically to the underclassmen who may see the next few years at Riverside and may shy away from what they set to accomplish. Keep that ambition, even if it seems unrealistic. For those of you that I've asked about your ambitions, For those of you that I've asked about your proudest or regretful moments, I often find that it's related to your ambitions. For those who complete their goals, they triumph and become greater than they could have ever imagined. Those who quit live in regret from their choices. It has been an absolute honor to be a part of this brotherhood. I'm beyond grateful for my time here and the lessons I've learned. I would like to give one more thank you to all the parents and families who joined us tonight to celebrate the seniors. Your sacrifices have not gone unnoticed. Thank you all, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of tonight's events.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for honouring the class of 2025 with your attendance tonight. We will conclude this evening's Silver Tap ceremony with the playing of Retreat. Mr. Brian Barry's class of 2007, the Director of Alumni Engagement, will read the names of all alumni who've passed in the last school year. And finally, Echo Taps, a time-honoured tradition at Riverside that pays tribute to the Academy's fallen alumni. This will be played by our battalion buglers, Cadet Second Lieutenant Christopher Olmsted, class of 2026, and Cadet Corporal Marcus Clausen, class of 2029. Out of respect for all fallen alumni, some of whom made sacrifices in the defence of freedom, we ask for your silence as we listen to the buglers, and for your cooperation in departing quietly at the conclusion of the ceremony. Please rise and direct your attention to the Memorial Plaza to your right.
Stand by.
Names of the deceased alumni who have left our ranks since last year's Silver Tap ceremony. I will read the names of the departed, followed by their class years.
Ready?
1941, John Halloway. 1943, Marvin E. Black. N. Willard Schwartz, 43. John C. Bullard Sr., 43. Art Gregory Jr., 45. David R. Nimitz, 45. Stanley W. Bearsdorfer, 46. English Deschamps, 46. Williams J. Peters, 46. Thaddeus J. Morris, 46. Merrill Stern, 47. Daniel E. Carlock, 48. Louis J. Well, 48. William D. Beggs, 1949. George Martin, 49. David M. Moody, 49. John J. Bagwell, 1950. Glenn R. Adams, 54. Jimmy J. Christo, 54. George T. Shepard, 54. William D. McDonald, 55. John A. Noble, 55. John H. Overton, 55. Robert B. Brennan, 56. Paul C. George, 57. John B. Nair, 59. Paul B. Posner, 59. George S. Rommel Jr., 59. John G. Pelagio, 60. Samuel A. Wilson Jr., 60. Walter J. Hooks, 61. William J. Mapes, 61. Walter Hall, 62. Edward F. McKaya, 62. Alfred C. Speak, 62. Charles L. Curtis, 63. Mitchell M. Konarski, 63. Donald Way Merrill, 64. Robert B. Pamplin, 64. Ronald W. Luckett, 65. Edward T. Hall, 65. William R. Lynn, 68. Roy J. Smith III, 68. Philip Edward Meyer, 68. Arthur L. Beckwith, 69. Michael C. Devine, 69. George Javis, 71. Tom Mitchell, 71. Francis M. Atone, 72. Tommy C. Grantham, 78. Keith J. Risk, 1983. Scott Jones, 83. Louis M. Almanza, 84. Edgar J. Darno, 86. Miguel A. Nin, 88. Byron Alterman, 88. Keith E. Roberts, 89. Stuart Kendrick, 91. Kenneth Morey, 96. Luke W. Clare, 2010. Sharif S. Brown, 2016. Nichols E. Fernandez, 16. Dominic Doyle, 2019. Sebastian J. Kidder, 2019. May all of our brothers rest in peace.